Good afternoon. The Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Welcome to the Appellate Division's virtual admissions ceremony. Ms. Guerrero, would you please proceed?
May it please the court and good afternoon. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness. I'm honored this afternoon to present to the court 26 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each applicant appearing here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and I hereby do move for their admission.
Ms. Guerrero, in advance of today's ceremony, my colleagues and I have considered this very important motion to admit these candidates to the bar, and they've authorized me to grant the motion. So the motion is granted. As always, Ms. Guerrero, I ask that you please extend the sincerest thanks of the court to the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for continuing to make great efforts, particularly under these extraordinary circumstances, to ensure that each of the candidates before us do indeed meet the important requirements for admission to the bar of the state of New York. These committee members work pro bono without compensation, and my colleagues and I truly appreciate the service that they continue to provide in ensuring that we keep the admissions process running smoothly. So thank you. Please extend our thanks. The clerk of the court, Susanna Rojas, will now administer the oath of office.
Good afternoon, Justice Renwick. Good afternoon, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question, at the end of which I will ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying, "I do." Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counselor at Law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond by saying, "I do."
I do.
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 Congratulations, attorneys. You may mute your microphones again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rojas. Good afternoon again, and congratulations to all of you. On occasions as auspicious as this, one of our justices addresses you, and today that honor falls to our Justice Manuel Mendez.
Thank you. Good afternoon. On behalf of the court, I want to congratulate you, the newly admitted attorneys, your loved ones, the family and friends who have supported you financially and emotionally throughout this journey, and who have hopefully joined you in this virtual ceremony. Today is a momentous day for all of you. It is the end of a long journey filled with many stressful days and sleepless nights. A journey of many years of hard work that culminates today as you take your oath as lawyers. Today is the end of that journey and the beginning of a new one, because today you also begin your new lives as members of the legal profession. You have proven to all that you have the basic and necessary tools, knowledge, and character to join the ranks of this most noble profession. In law school, you have learned to write and think like lawyers and are able to analyze and argue logically all aspects of an issue. The lives you have lived up to now tell us that you possess the requisite character and fitness for admission. However, membership in the bar requires more from you. As members, you gain the rights and privileges bestowed on members of the profession. But with those rights and privileges also come responsibilities. To illustrate what those responsibilities are, allow me to share with you the following advice, which I received many years ago when I took the same oath you are taking today. Continue to educate yourself. Join and be active participants in bar associations. Take advantage of all the resources available to you. Today is the true beginning of your legal education. You have completed your formal legal education, of course, which is quite an accomplishment on its own. But the process of being an attorney is just that, a process that requires constant effort to stay up to date on the law. The law is an ever-changing profession, and the best lawyers are those who approach each day with the desire to gain a better understanding of the law and the world around them. To be relevant and useful to those you represent, you must educate yourself day in and day out. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I don't think much of the man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday." This is especially true when it comes to attorneys. You must learn to adapt to new situations and overcome new obstacles, as we are doing now to work around the inability to meet in person due to this pandemic. Take advantage of the many valuable resources for learning offered by the bar associations and your colleagues. Develop and establish a good reputation. In our desire to be zealous advocates, we sometimes lose sight of the fact that antagonism is not the same thing as effective advocacy. Remember that the most effective advocacy does not stem from posturing and tone, but from reasoning and a solid understanding of the substance of the issue at stake. We do our profession a disservice when we rely on bluster and contentiousness to make our point. You should strive to maintain an atmosphere of courtesy and mutual respect in all legal proceedings. I am certain that my colleagues on this court would agree that one way to build an outstanding reputation is through professional behavior and respect for all with whom you associate during the course of your workday. That is, other counsel, court staff, judges, or your clients. By conducting yourself in a courteous and professional manner, you will establish your reputation in the legal community, help foster an atmosphere of civility, and serve as a role model for your peers. Never lose sight of the fact that your advocacy and negotiating skills can mean the difference between someone losing or retaining their home or losing or maintaining their business, their liberty. You might represent the couple on the verge of losing the family business, the family on the verge of losing their home, or the defendant accused of murder. You might be appointed to be the voice of children torn apart by divorce, neglect, or abuse. Whether you are representing a client on the most serious felony or on a simple landlord and tenant matter, you must always represent that client with zeal to the best of your ability, but you must also be civil. Never lose sight of the human element of the law. The law is not just an abstract concept or topic for debate. It is a very real force that has significant impact on the individuals involved. Carry forward the best traditions of the legal profession, the tradition of serving others. Pro bono service, whether it be as counsel to a nonprofit institution, the representation of those with unpopular causes, or the indigent, is a long-standing, worthwhile tradition in our profession. Ours is a wonderful, noble profession, and lawyers are at their best when they use their skills in the service of others. This tradition of voluntary service by attorneys is ancient and honorable, and we will be looking to you for its continuance. As lawyers, You have an individual and collective responsibility for the health of the legal system and society. Find ways to use your newly acquired clout as members of the legal profession to achieve outcomes that are just and that will benefit the profession and society. In sum, continue educating yourself, develop a good reputation for civility, humanity, and competence, serve as role models, volunteer to serve others. If you follow this humble advice, I am sure you will have a long, satisfying legal career. On a more personal note, this is one of the most gratifying moments in my legal career, which has been filled with many gratifying moments. I never thought, as I took the oath in our beautiful Appellate Division First Department courtroom many years ago, that I would one day be addressing a similar group of newly admitted attorneys, welcoming them to our profession. Maybe years from now, some of you will also be doing the same. So, on this great day for all of us, and on behalf of my colleagues on this court, I welcome you to the legal profession, and I wish you much success in your career in the practice of law. Congratulations.
Thank you, Justice Mendez. Congratulations to all. This admission ceremony is now concluded. Court is adjourned.
Judges will now log off. Attorneys, please remain on until you log off.